Senior members of the European Parliament have inserted demands to prevent a series of mini-deals from forming the new cross-channel agreement. It means MEPs could eventually vote against the post-Brexit trade deals if their stipulations aren't adhered to. The EU Parliament are scheduled to vote on a resolution in Strasbourg next week locking in the terms. A draft copy of the motion, seen by this publication, states that any future deal must avoid a proliferation of bilateral agreements and the shortcomings which characterize the EU's relationship with Switzerland. Bern's relationship with Brussels is currently governed by 120 separate bilateral economic accords, covering areas such as free movement, agriculture and taxation. But instead Michel Barnier, the EU's chief negotiator, has proposed an association agreement like the bloc's trading relationship with Ukraine. Such a pact should allow him to hammer out a rapid-fire deal with Boris Johnson, who has set an 11-month timetable to conclude talks. Brussels is hoping to secure an overarching framework for the deal, underpinned by the so-called level playing field to prevent Britain from becoming overly competitive and a governance structure involving the European Court of Justice. EU officials say they will then be able to negotiate 12 state-of-the-art sector-by-sector deals to be housed within the new package. Mr. Barnier is understood to want talks to run on issues including fisheries, security and defence to run in parallel to further speed up the process. Brussels is also keen on keeping Britain in lockstep to its environmental standards as the bloc ups its fight against climate change. The EU Parliament's resolution makes clear that polluters should be made to pay for ignoring the environment. The leaked document reads, the agreement must be in strict concordance with the principle that environmental damage should as a priority be rectified at source and the polluter pays principle. The demands are likely to set up a clash with the government after Boris Johnson flatly refuses to align to the bloc's rules. The Prime Minister said on Monday there was no need for Britain to continue to abide by the bloc's regulations and red tape after the Brexit transition concludes at the end of the year. He also insisted that because UK standards were higher than the EU's there was no need to write the rules into treaty. Mr. Johnson said, "I hope our friends will understand that what is sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander." The Prime Minister has also said the UK will push for a Canada-style deal in talks with the EU, but he would be prepared to walk away with an Australian-style deal, which Canberra is currently still negotiating with the bloc. However, the EU's trade chief Phil Hogan claimed on Tuesday Mr. Johnson's pledge of an Australia-style agreement was code for no deal. Speaking a Centre of European Reform event, attended by Express.co.uk, he also urged British businesses to engage with the European Commission during the trade talks. Mr. Hogan said, there is an urgent need for British business and civil society, of course, to engage with us, and we hope they will do that, and we expect they will. Brexit Phase 1 is done, but what exactly are you Brexiting from or where you are Brexiting to, of course, is one of the big questions. Truly difficult challenges still lie ahead.